Welcome to Credentialing Chronicles, where we spill the doctor's tea, honey, hotter than your morning coffee.
And we're spilling it across America, state by state and license by license.
Ooh, I'm Shannon, and honey, she is Nylene, and we are just a couple of sassy credentialing pros with front row seats to all this crazy chaos.
Yes, from coast to coast, fraud scandals to hospital drama they hoped you'd never find.
Yeah, but we find it, girl. So grab your coffee, your compliance checklist, and what, Nylene?
And let's get into it.
Hell yeah. Well, Nylene and Shannon sitting there talking about you while you pull up a chair. They holding everybody
Welcome back
accountable.
to Credentialing Chronicles.
Credentialing Chronicles, and look who's together.
Oh my goodness, are we?
I'm touching her. Oh my God, she's
from
real.
one location. Is this not so exciting, guys?
We're enjoying a cup of tea.
Yes. Turkish tea.
Turkish tea here in Iowa. We're
Yes.
doing a little recording after our live show. Hopefully you were able to catch it. It was amazing. I've never imagined. Could you ever imagine having as much fun as we did in Iowa, Nebraska?
No, not in Iowa. I would never think, they had this crazy corn battle going on. It was very interesting.
I said, give me the tahini, honey, and we will meet them anywhere.
I know.
At this point.
Yeah, it was really, really exciting. So we had a great time.
Well, the one thing that I will say about Iowa that we could take away from it is that 1 minute we're at 90 degrees feeling beautiful sun, and the next minute
It's like 50 degrees, 40 degrees. We're like dying. We need a coat.
and we're like, are we in Kansas anymore? The wind is freezing.
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
Yes.
So, I mean, the weather here, you guys are dealing a lot with the weather. But we're not talking about Iowa today, baby.
No, we are in, what state are we going to go to next?
The great state of Indiana.
Indiana.
We are still on the eyes.
Yes, that's so exciting. Okay, so let's spill some tea on
Yes.
Indiana.
Let's do it.
Let's start with this. Imagine this.
Okay.
You're sitting across from your doctor. Well, let's just say it's a surgeon. You're sitting down across from a surgeon.
Okay, he's a surgeon.
White coat.
He's going to do surgery.
Confidence, slick hair.
He's doing surgery on me.
On you? Well, you want him to do surgery on you.
Oh, I want him to.
Yes.
I have asked for this.
Yes.
Okay, is it like plastic surgery? Like,
Well, we'll see.
okay.
Just a surgeon.
Okay, a surgeon.
We're not going to make it that specific.
Okay, girl, like, what am I getting? Botox? Big boobs? I mean, I'm ready. Sign me up. Sign me up.
He walks in and he has his white coat,
Okay.
slick hair.
Okay.
He's confident and experienced.
And everything about him says, what? You're in good hands. I'm going to take care of you.
Okay, because he's well put together.
Yes, I feel
Ironed.
like that.
His jacket is ironed.
Like with starch?
Yes.
Period. Oh, I
So-
feel good. Like, this is going to be a good visit.
Yes. And then, but what if I told you
Okay.
that same doctor didn't just fail his patients, girl, he ran.
Like not metaphorically, like literally ran? Or,
No, like he just disappeared. 4 years.
So, I mean, what we've been finding out, really, let's talk about it, is Indiana is one of those states where nothing feels chaotic, right? Everything is very steady. Like Nylene said, baby, the coat was starched. It was white. It was representing doctor. And, it's structured. And in that type of environment, you feel everything is very trustworthy.
That makes sense.
You know?
Yeah, but that's why this story really works, because no one was really expecting
What?
to something like this to happen.
What? Just break it. Spill the tea. Tell me the tea. It's so hot.
Well, when a system feels safe, really people stop questioning it. So let's turn this into our storytelling moment.
Okay, let's do it. I'm ready.
Okay, so picture this. You're in a small town clinic, let's say Southern Indiana, quiet, routine. You're there for something simple, maybe like fatigue.
Okay.
Checkup. Nothing alarming.
Okay.
Nothing alarming. And according to multiple patient complaints, of course, never one.
No,
We've established that.
Yeah, well, the first one never gets listened to.
Right.
Yeah.
It was filed this year in 2026, and that's how it started for several men.
Complaining.
Yes.
So the men, and it takes a lot for a man to complain.
Yes.
So what was happening? Tell me.
Well, in the exam, according to the initial reports, patients described being told that they actually needed a genital prostate exam, even when their symptoms didn't justify it. So like they would go in for whatever, and all of a sudden the doctor would say, I need to be a little bit more invasive.
Okay, so like pause. So
Okay.
you're telling me I have an allergy. My nose is running.
Yes.
I'm using tissue after tissue.
Right.
I go see this doctor and he wants,
To check your prostate.
which is like in the anus. I mean, do people know that? Do y'all know that in podcast world? Right?
Yeah, it's
So
very
that-
uncomfortable. What if you're in like your 20s? Isn't that like, don't usually
I
men
don't think-
over like 40 have to, or 50 have to have that done? I mean, I don't know.
But what does that have to do with your nose, Indiana?
I don't know.
I came in for my nose is leaking.
It has nothing to do with those, with your nose.
With your booty.
right.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm lost.
Well, that's where it shifts really from uncomfortable
Yeah, I'm
to
uncomfortable.
really disturbing.
Yeah.
I would say.
Yeah.
And according to those same complaints, patient reported that the physician performing this would refer it to a stretch test. A stretch test.
Is this a real episode that we are having, y'all? Mm-hmm. This is a real doctor in Indiana
Yes, I was doing this. Yeah.
that you researched.
Yes.
And when you were like looking up all of the
Stories.
tea,
Yes.
this is the tea you put in my cup today.
Talk about stretch test.
Okay, Credentialing Chronicles. What are we talking? What are we thinking, certified tea sippers? Because I'm in shock. Are you in shock? If you're in shock, comment. Because whoa. Okay, go ahead. I'm ready.
Well, of course, that terminology isn't in any textbook.
No, this is not normal.
No, and that's the
I
point.
mean, give me a Benadryl. That has nothing to do with the lower half of my body.
Well, according to, of course, this then got reviewed by clinical reviewers.
Okay.
They said that there's no medical procedure matching that description. This man actually documented this.
But if a doctor says something, right, that's the power dynamic that the doctors hold, you know, is that if a doctor says something, then automatically a patient says, oh, that's needed because you're a doctor and you read the books, right?
Or they think that it's normal,
It's
or that's the
normal.
actual medical terminology. Patients don't know medical terminology.
I know that my cold has nothing to do with my booty,
That's true.
you know?
Yes. Well, apparently, according to the
mean-
complaints, some of these patients, they didn't question it in the moment.
Okay.
I think they were kind of like shocked.
Shocked.
I would be shocked. Like,
I would be shocked.
It caught you off guard.
And sometimes when you're shocked, you don't react. You just kind of go along. And that is true. Yeah.
Right. So what happens is when sometimes you don't understand something in medicine, you just kind of go along with it because they assume that them as the patient doesn't understand what's
And
going
them
on.
as the doctor does.
And right.
Yes.
So maybe this allergy does have something to do with your booty.
Maybe it does.
Maybe it does.
Maybe it does, Eileen. So we're going along right now. Okay.
Yes.
I mean, I haven't taken Anatomy 101.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay, y'all.
So then
We're going along.
Yes,
We're going along with Eileen.
So more details start aligning, like
Okay.
more things start coming to light.
Okay.
According to multiple accounts, some patients actually alleged that the physician failed. This gets even worse.
I'm
I can't
like
even.
scared to see what you're going to tell me.
Girl,
this
so-
is the episode you picked for when we were together.
Okay, so he goes, wait. So he says, listen, your nose hurts. I gotta do a stretch exam. I gotta go in your
Yes.
booty.
Mm-hmm.
But then he decides that he's not gonna wear gloves. No gloves.
to check the nose,
To check the booty.
Nylene Flores.
Yes. Can you believe
And
that?
that man got up and complained.
So then I would.
And that man got up and complained. Yeah.
Jenny.
I wouldn't even have let him. Would y'all have let him? Like, comment, like, tell us, would you have let him?
Well, can we just talk about the infection control situation?
Oh my God, the infection could.
I mean, Shannon.
Oh my God. Fuchi Lala. That's all I can think is Fuchi Lala.
And this is where patterns emerge, right? So according to investigators on this case, these men actually didn't come forward together. Like nobody was in the lobby talking like,
yeah,
did
this
he
about to
touch
happen?
You?
Yeah,
Did he touch
yeah.
you? Right? They actually came forward separately, different times,
Okay.
different visits.
So like the
because-
office manager or
Right.
to the medical board?
Yes.
Okay.
To the office,
Okay.
and then eventually it escalated.
Okay.
And And there were different visits, but they had all described the same weird setting and setup. So
there's some validity to that.
Yes,
There has to be. Yeah.
I'm really happy we're talking about men because men are victims just as much as women.
Yes.
And I know we do support women.
Yes.
And all the things.
Well, it's not even, I mean, of course we support women, we're women.
Of course.
But there's just a lot more cases available that are about women being assaulted. And it's harder to find the cases about men being assaulted. And so when you really came up, your excitement about this case, because it's really, we get to show the other side of it. And what it takes for a man to literally feel so uncomfortable that
he says something.
Eileen. Oh my
Exactly.
goodness.
So unfortunately, this doctor continued practicing and continued doing this to multiple patients until enough complaints then accumulated
Oh my goodness.
to then trigger an action.
So what happened? I mean,
Okay, so check this out.
because this is just 2026, Eileen, right?
Yes, 2026
Okay.
This is all new. This is all happening, right? So we did the research.
Okay.
And we confirmed he was doing all of these exams
Like what?
without the consent, and it was prolonged and unnecessary genital exams. Again, they're going in for like
On the men, yeah.
And then there was inappropriate touching and manipulation of the patient's genitals. And he was using multiple fingers during these exams
Nylene.
without an explanation
In the rectal exams?
for these men. I feel bad for
I
these
feel
men.
bad for these men. I feel bad. I feel violated for these men.
Yes, it was really, really bad. So he actually works
And
for...
this is 2026, you guys. This is literally
happening right now.
like,
Yes.
I know that you think some of the stories, like, it could never happen, but you need to understand that these stories are real. And this is a physician that is practicing medicine. And instead of practicing medicine, which is what he should be doing, he's practicing his fetish.
Exactly.
And he's using the patients.
Yes.
In 2026, I'm sorry, but 2026.
Well, he was fired. He was caught in 2025.
Okay.
He was fired in December from this big practice that he was at.
Okay, good.
And then, good thing, kudos to Indiana.
Okay.
They actually put a pause. You know how we always talk about pause.
If there's an investigation.
Correct. So they suspended his license
Okay.
in Indiana.
Okay.
Pending like investigation
Yes.
because there is something going on. And so they actually, we looked up the license. Good thing is he has no other active licenses in other states. So Baton, hooked us up. He did have
Baton did say that he had an expired Kentucky license, but
Yes.
he's not practicing there, so we
Right.
don't have to worry, you guys, in Kentucky.
Yes. So, which is good. And it does also report immediate suspension of license. It's not terminated, but just a suspended, which is great. Good job. And so he was, according to the state of Indiana, he was found in violation of code 25.1.9.4a.3, which is actually, I know.
That's a lot.
I know, but I wanted to be specific.
I know you are. I mean, if y'all want to look it up, do y'all want to say it again?
Yes.
No? Okay, all right.
Well, it's tied to disciplinary actions
Yeah.
under the state's medical licensing laws.
Like literal fraud, right?
Yes. Yes. And it actually is called engaging in fraud or material deception.
And that's what he did.
In the course of professional action.
That's what he did.
And it was deceptive because you went in for one thing and you ended up having something else.
Oh my God. I just can't explain it. And so what does that mean? Like, that just means that right now, the court now has to deal with all this, right?
So yes, so it's all in litigation. So we're going to have to do a follow-up to find out, what happened. At least he's not practicing medicine at the moment.
Yes.
At least we hope he's not.
Yes.
And
comment below if you want us to do a part 2 about this story. I mean, this is literally coming out of Indiana. We're just trying to bring you stories and facts that are happening right now because we want you to, MSPs need to know. Keep looking. Trust your gut, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay,
All right.
Shannon.
So, yeah, let's go.
Do you have another story for me?
I do. I mean, let's talk about the next one. I can't top what you've done. Okay.
Oh, of course.
I can't top it. I can't top it. No,
Of course you can.
No, I can't.
There's
I
always one worse.
because you have, the crime junkies, that comes. So, Nylene, Indiana has this ENT doctor.
Okay.
Oh, yes. And he's based out of Indiana, and he has hospital privileges, like in several entities, several systems. Okay. And because of this, Nylene, you know, and the ears and the nose and the throat, everybody has those.
Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody, even the kids. Yes. And so, because of
they
that,
do treat kids.
Yes,
so ENTs really do treat a lot of kids with the tonsillitis, with the tubes
and the tonsillitis.
Yes.
They take the tonsillitis out. So anyway, I'm just saying, because everybody has ears, nose, and throats. He had built up a reputation, like people was trusting him.
Apparently, he had a lot of privileges at a lot of hospitals.
A lot of hospitals,
okay.
Mommy. Okay, so you know he was married.
Okay,
he was like sexy. Okay, yes.
Okay,
he was successful.
Okay,
you know he had his wife though.
Okay,
and he wasn't like a random provider that had just came into Indiana to like you know shiesty.
Okay.
You know, like people knew him. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Okay.
So you feel that in my story.
I understand him. Got it.
Okay.
Nice, ENT, successful, sexy, all together, married, got his life together. Treating everybody.
Okay.
So now you mentioned he had privileges at a lot of hospitals.
And surgery centers.
Oh, okay. And surgery centers. My favorite. So, you're saying that he went through credentialing and goes through credentialing often, checked by multiple locations.
Nylene.
So not just one group of MSPs.
This is what I'm saying. Yes.
So that matters.
I'm saying that Nylene, I'm saying that he was actively practicing. And he was approved for so many different procedures, you guys, because there's the ears, and there's the nose, and there's the there's the throat. And each one of those has so many procedures that can be done on them. Okay. So he had a lot of procedures. So this doctor, Nylene.
Right, so he's treating kids of
all
people
over,
of all
all
ages.
ages, but then he is treating the kids.
And the kids.
Yes.
Okay, so what happened?
So one of his victims that I did a lot of the digging for, she had came to him with a tumor in her head.
And how old was she?
She was 8 years old, Mommy, our daughter's age.
Oh my goodness.
And her head, they said, Nylene, was 3 times the size.
Oh no.
3 times the size of her own head.
This poor baby.
And guess what he did to her?
What did he do?
He freaking kept doing surgery after surgery after surgery on her in his clinic. You know?
Oh, no.
And so what happened is that the scar tissue and, you know, all of the things from the surgeries, and then they started, you know, pressing charges and doing all these investigative things. And guess what, Nylene?
What happened?
Girl, he ran. Just like your doctor.
He ran.
Just
where
like
did
your
he
doctor.
go? But where did he go then?
Like, not to like Missouri.
No, he didn't go to Missouri.
No, not like California.
Mexico.
No.
Did he go to Mexico? No.
No, girl. He took a flight. So he went to Italy.
Oh my
The
goodness.
police found him, girl. Let me tell you, let me look at my notes really quick. He was caught in Italy. But by the time he had gotten caught, hundreds of people had already been coming forward and trying to sue him. Okay, he already had charges that they was looking into pressing.
So what were the charges for?
Not even hurting this baby girl.
No, because that's malpractice. So then what was it?
It was fraud. Because they say, Nylene, that he was doing all of these unnecessary surgeries.
Unnecessary
to the people.
procedures.
Like, Nylene, thousands of unnecessary surgeries for the people just to collect the money.
That's horrible.
And so the people didn't even have like problems that he was saying that he was surgerizing them for. And he was literally getting paid from everybody.
So then what happened after that?
Yeah, no.
So they got him. They caught him in the house.
Let me cook.
Okay,
let me cook. So then what happened is, right, he goes to jail. Okay? And the judge tells him he's going to have 7 years.
7 years. So
Seven.
They caught him.
They caught him
put him in
Italy.
jail. They convicted him.
They did.
And he got 7 years.
Only 7.
Okay.
But then, you know how the system works where it'd be like time served or whatever?
Okay. Good behavior?
Good behavior. I don't know. You know, you do your job, whatever.
Okay.
But Nylene, he only served like 5 years.
5 years?
Yes. And the mothers of the victims and the victims themselves, like, how mad are you? Because now, guess what, Nylene Flores?
What?
He is out, you guys.
Where is he at now?
He's in where do you think he's at, Nylene? Where do all the doctors go?
Please don't tell me Florida.
Girl, Dateline and one of the news stations were doing like the whole, investigation. Guess where they found him, Nylene?
Where did they find him?
On the freaking beach in Florida. Now, he doesn't say that he's like a doctor of medicine, but you know what he calls himself?
What?
The yoga doctor.
The yoga doctor?
And he says, you guys, this is what he advertises himself. Nylene, literally. He's telling the people that he could take them from being a nerd to being fine.
And what's because of yoga?
Yeah, because of yoga.
Okay, because they're going to be healthier, they're going to look better.
No. He's saying, Nylene, that you only like work out and do yoga and take care of your body
for what?
For 2 reasons.
What?
Okay, the first reason is to look good naked.
Look good naked?
That's what he says. And the second reason is to meet hot chicks. And this is not us. This is not me saying it. It's literally on his website. This is how he advertises himself. And so
my goodness.
This right now, but let me tell you the good part of this story.
Okay.
So one of the victims, she was a child, the 8-year-old girl that had the brain tumor. So once he fled because he was in trouble and everything, other doctors, honey, rallied around her. And they said, we're going to help you.
Good.
And they helped her, and they removed a lot of the scar tissue. And I actually seen an interview with her, and she's so beautiful now.
Yes.
But let me tell you even more. She's a grown-ass woman, honey. And because of these doctors that rallied around her and helped her, not because of the bad doctor, she is now a doctor.
Oh, that's so sweet.
She's a pediatric doctor.
Oh, that's so
How
nice.
amazing. And so, even though she went through this horrible situation.
Had a horrible experience.
Yeah. And so it's just like, again, this is all new. This is this year or last year that all the developments come to it.
Wow, that's a really good story, Shannon. That was some good tea.
That's the tea. In Indiana. It started in Indiana and then we took you to Florida, but still.
Yeah, but still.
It still happened in Indiana.
Wow, that is insane.
Yes.
So we're going to stay with the surgeon situation. I have a story to tell you for Indiana.
Okay.
So this is the kind of case that's going to make you stop mid-sentence. Because, again, we're going to keep it current. According to these investigative reports this year, a patient entered surgery for what would have been done a routine kidney stone procedure. So if you get a lot of kidney stones, they usually just do and like they either cut them out or they go in and they take out the kidney stone, lithotripsy, we're doing that. Routine.
Yeah.
We're not talking nephrectomy. We're not talking removal. Just regular. A lot of people get kidney stones.
Yeah, a lot of people.
So drink a lot of water, right? We got to drink our waters. Okay. So according to these reports, something went catastrophically wrong in the operating room.
Oh my goodness.
And when the procedure was over, girl, you're not going to believe what happened.
Tell me.
Both of the patient's kidneys were removed. Not one, but 2. What could have gone?
How do you take 2 kidneys out?
That's not catastrophic. That's like life ending.
Yeah, that's like now I can't process my urine. I mean, that's a problem, right? Yeah.
Well, of course, the patient, side note, I did work in nephrology for
I remember that was
10
one of your
years,
favorite doctors,
And I did have patients that did not have kidneys.
Okay.
But
on the dialysis.
They were on dialysis, and their life expectancy does get cut short. But unfortunately for this poor patient, he died. They removed his kidneys.
Oh my goodness.
And he did not survive.
Oh my goodness. So that is catastrophic medical malpractice, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And that's exactly what the investigators are asking, according to healthcare analysts reviewing the case. This is going to raise questions about surgical planning, intraoperative decision-making, verification of protocols. Like, I know in the event of an emergency, you have to do what you have to do, but Lord have mercy, how many kidney stones did he have? Did he have stones in both kidneys? I mean, how do you have that much complication?
I mean, even when they have like a large amount of stones, they do that sandblasting procedure where they go out and go in there and clean it really good. I mean, there are so many different interventions before removing a kidney. Not less, not, how do you say that? Not less than 2? I mean,
right, exactly. So you're talking about when a case reaches this level of severity,
yes.
It's really not just one mistake, right? It's a chain of failures.
Because there's everybody in the operating room.
Right, yes. How does that even happen?
I know that's why you're perplexed, because this is your room. I mean, the surgery centers, the operating rooms.
This is
the checks. I mean, don't you mark the kidney? If you're taking the kidney out, don't you say, I'm taking this side of my kidney out, not that side? I mean, there's a lot of things that us as healthcare people go through.
Right. So these are actual cases that are happening in Indiana. An actual lawsuit that is being found out about it. So then we're talking about surgeons. We talked about a doctor. Then we also found there's another story about an Indiana doctor that was accused of inappropriate touching during exams, including breast exams. So we did the men, and now we still find inappropriate exams for women. And
well, I have to pause because can I just go back to the kidney doctor for a sec?
Yeah.
Because you know how out of Florida just recently they have criminally charged that doctor,
right?
With
the episode that we did
out the no.
But it was the episode that we did.
Yeah, the spleen instead of the liver, and they have criminally charged him recently.
Correct.
And so this, this is sounded like, how do I walk in and leave with no kidneys? It's not just medical malpractice anymore. It's like if people are in there doing malicious things, practicing maliciously, there is starting to be this bridge of criminal prosecution for malicious practice, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. That's scary.
It's scary.
It's really scary. It's gross negligence.
That's the word, gross negligence. Mm-hmm. Yes. And I mean, thank God that there is starting to be some criminal prosecution for it, because people have been practicing some gross negligence for years, which is what we're finding out doing these investigations through Credentialing Chronicles.
Mm-hmm. So we keep finding these cases. We find inappropriate exams, unnecessary procedures, fraud, because that's all, fraud, waste, and abuse. We find surgery breakdowns, and that is why privileging an OPPE or constant provider practice evaluations are important.
And we're not just seeing them, Nylene, like happen in one area, right? We're seeing them happen in hospitals.
Okay.
We're seeing them happen in clinics. I mean, my sinus guy, he was a clinic doctor. He had a surgery center. We're seeing them in operating rooms. We're seeing them in the hiring process where they're getting through with fake credentials. And so really I think the whole life cycle of the credentialing, process needs to make sure that people are keeping eyes and ears open, right?
Yes. And that you have the Google alerts set.
Yes, Google alert.
Google alert. Because
any provider touching you.
Immediately changing. Well, you can see how fast the news changes and more things come out and things get released as far as what is happening with these doctors. So according to everything that we just walked through, really, this isn't just one bad actor, right? We're seeing all of these things, same breakdown, and we keep seeing it state by state by state by state.
Yeah, we're seeing it state by state, Nylene, 100%.
But I can say, kudos to Indiana for acting.
No, kudos. We did use Baton to look him up as well. I mean, we've, really searched with all of these providers. And what did you find?
That Indiana took action and took a board action.
Good.
And it is listed. It's easy to look up a doctor.
Easy.
We have done states where it's hard to find the license, verify a license on a doctor. So we're very happy. Good job, Indiana.
Mm-hmm. And it seems like, what I will say is that if Indiana's watching, like the medical board here is watching, right?
Yes.
And if they are spotting things that are unsafe to patients, they are stepping in and pausing practice until investigations. And we have to say kudos to Indiana, because a lot of the states that we, do these breakdowns, we don't see that. We see where they're allowed to practice until, another system picks it up, right? Basically.
Yeah. So let's go to our PSA segment.
Yes.
Let's wrap it up. So for
PSAs today, y'all. Y'all ready? Get your notebook.
For real.
Yes, because we have talked about so much.
So PSA for patients.
Okay. So, for patients, just think about the things that we talked about. There was so much inappropriate touching in Indiana that came out in some of our investigations. So much, fraudulent practice, that came out. So, again, bring somebody with you to your appointments, a chaperone. Bring somebody that can, make sure that if you're going in for a breast exam, that they're not, that they're using gloves and those things. Look for those things. If a provider removes his or her gloves, that is a sign that things are going in the opposite direction than right. The other thing I would say, Google alert. Like Nylene said, you have to put your Google alert. If you're going to see a doctor, set a Google alert on that doctor. Make sure that if you feel that you are being touched in an inappropriate way, immediately stop, pull your pants up, put your shirt on, and walk out of the room. Do not continue with this inappropriate exam.
Yep, exactly. And
report it.
Yes, and the other thing I want to say is if a doctor immediately says all you need is surgery, or you need a second, or a third, or a fourth procedure, it's okay to get a second opinion.
Even a third or fourth opinion.
It's okay to get another opinion. Sometimes we just get complacent because this doctor's the closest, or I only have to drive 20 minutes instead of an hour.
Or my insurance
suggested this one. But sometimes, like this poor girl undergoing anesthesia and multiple procedures for absolutely no reason. And so we don't want to expose ourselves to that. As patients, we really need to watch out for things like that.
Yes.
So PSA for doctors is please don't do unnecessary procedures.
Please hold true to do no harm.
Yeah. And if you're going to teach yoga, please do it for the right reasons.
Not if you about to do yoga. Now you talking about him. Y'all, look the doctor up. Look up the story.
Look up the story. It's so worth it.
And you see the video of this doctor doing yoga half naked on the beach. It is just so sad. And the patients that he's hurt see this as well, and they don't feel like justice has been done.
So, and for our
MSPs,
if a doctor has privileges across multiple facilities,
it means more digging for you, baby.
More digging for you. Keep up and absolutely check all 50 states.
Yes.
Please do not just go by the state that you're in. If we have to tell you anything, that is the number one suggestion. In this case, Indiana did a really, really good job, but we want to ensure that they're not just hopping from one place to the other or hiding and running and trying to evade follow-up and consequences for what they're doing.
Of our stories, out of the stories that we just talked about, 2 of the physicians ran. So again, it's fight or flight.
Exactly.
With flight being very high up there.
So I think this is crazy, Indiana.
I think Indiana, I'm tired. Okay, we have to wrap it up, Indiana, because we tired. You have really